Ever wondered why your relationships don't last? Welcome to the intricate world of dating, a complex puzzle that each one of us is trying to solve. Each piece, each connection, each moment is a valuable part of this puzzle. But sometimes, even when it seems like all the pieces are falling into place, the picture still doesn't come together. Why is that? Well, the answer isn't always straightforward. Relationships are a delicate dance of emotions, shared experiences, and mutual understanding. Every person comes with their unique set of traits, quirks, and baggage, adding to the complexity of the equation. However, amidst this labyrinth of emotions and interactions, there are some common pitfalls that many of us stumble into. These are the dating mistakes that can turn a promising relationship into a short-lived affair. For instance, do you find yourself rushing into relationships, driven by the heat of passion, only to find the flame dying out soon? Or perhaps you ignore the red flags, the subtle signs of trouble, hoping they'll disappear over time. Then there's the classic trap of trying to change your partner. You see potential in them, a vision of what they could be, and you start molding them to fit this image. But does it ever work? And let's not forget the importance of self-care. It's easy to get so lost in love that you neglect your own needs, your own identity. But does this lead to a healthy relationship? Finally, there's the issue of poor communication. It's a silent killer, slowly eroding the foundation of trust and understanding in a relationship. These are just a few examples of the common dating mistakes that people often make. But don't worry, we've all been there. The good news is, once we're aware of these mistakes, we can work on avoiding them. Stay with us as we dive into the common dating mistakes and how you can avoid them. We'll break down each of these issues, offering insights and advice to help you navigate the complex maze of dating. So let's start solving this relationship puzzle together. Mistake number 1. Moving too fast. Now, we've all been there. The butterflies, the excitement, the desire to spend every waking moment with that special someone. But here's the catch. Rushing into a relationship can often lead to problems down the line. When we move too quickly, we risk overlooking important aspects of our partner's personality and values. We miss out on the chance to build a solid foundation based on mutual understanding and trust. Think of a relationship like a house. If you build too quickly without a solid foundation, the entire structure can come crashing down. It's essential to take the time to understand your partner, their desires, their fears, their dreams. This understanding will allow for a deeper connection and a more resilient relationship in the long run. So as tempting as it may be to rush into things, remember this. Love isn't a sprint, it's a marathon. Remember, slow and steady wins the race in love too. Mistake number 2, ignoring red flags. Now we've all been there, haven't we? You're in a relationship and everything seems perfect, but there's a small voice in the back of your head whispering warnings. Those whispers, my friends, are red flags, and they're not to be ignored. Red flags are like alarm bells. They're signals that something isn't quite right. They can be as subtle as a dismissive comment or as blatant as a pattern of deceit. Ignoring these signs is akin to walking into a storm without an umbrella. You're setting yourself up for a downpour of disappointment and pain. Why do we ignore these warning signs? Well, for starters, love can be blinding. We often choose to see the best in our partners, overlooking their flaws. But remember, a healthy relationship is built on respect, honesty, and understanding. Ignoring red flags now may lead to heartbreak later. Don't let love's rose-colored glasses prevent you from seeing the truth. Mistake number 3, trying to change your partner. Here's a truth bomb. People are not clay to be molded, but rather, they're works of art to be appreciated. In relationships, it's essential to understand that your partner, like you, is a unique individual with their own quirks, habits, and ways of doing things. When you try to change your partner, you're not only disregarding their individuality, but also creating a breeding ground for resentment and conflict. This change you're pushing for is often more about you and your desires than about them. You see, love isn't about sculpting your partner into an ideal image, but about embracing their authentic self, just as they are. The magic of a relationship flourishes when you accept each other's flaws, differences, and peculiarities. Remember, your partner is not a project to be fixed, but a person to be loved. So let's cherish our partners for who they are, not who we want them to be. Acceptance is key in a healthy relationship. Mistake number 4, neglecting self-care. Like a gardener tending to a plant, we must not forget to water ourselves. Love, in its essence, is about nurturing. But it's impossible to nurture another soul when our own is parched. The vitality of any relationship is deeply rooted in the vitality of those in it. So, taking care of your own health and well-being isn't just a personal responsibility, it's a relationship one. Skipping meals, losing sleep, ignoring your hobbies, these might seem like little sacrifices for the sake of love, but they're not. They're the building blocks of burnout, the kindling for resentment. They're the silent killers of joy and contentment. So, rather than letting your self-care slip, make it a priority. Nurture your body, your mind, your soul. Cultivate joy, peace, and resilience within yourself. Because when you're well, you can love well. Remember, you can't pour from an empty cup. And the final mistake, poor communication. Now, I can't stress this enough. Picture this. You're in a dark room trying to navigate. That's what it's like trying to understand someone else's feelings and thoughts without open, honest communication. It's like stumbling in the dark, leading to misunderstandings, causing conflict, and ultimately, damaging the relationship. Communication isn't just about talking, it's about listening, understanding, and responding. It's about sharing your thoughts, your feelings, and your desires without fear of judgment. It's about asking questions when you're unsure, and seeking clarity when things are vague. Poor communication can turn small issues into big problems. It can create walls between you and your partner, and these walls can be tough to tear down. But, with open, honest communication, these walls won't be built in the first place. Remember, folks, communication is the key that unlocks the door to understanding, trust, and mutual respect. Good communication is the heart of any successful relationship. So, there you have it. The 5 common dating mistakes. We've taken you on a journey through the dating labyrinth, spotlighting the common pitfalls that can trip up even the most seasoned relationship navigators. Each mistake we've discussed has the potential to dim the brightness of your relationships, leaving you wandering in the dark. But by bringing these errors into the light, we can prevent that blindness and pave the way for healthier, happier connections. We started with the rush of moving too fast. Remember, a relationship is not a race, it's a marathon, not a sprint. Each step you take should be firm, each decision made with thought and care. Don't let the thrill of new love blind you to the importance of building a strong, steady foundation. Then, we explored the danger of ignoring red flags. These warning signs are there for a reason. They're your gut telling you that something isn't quite right. Listen to it. Trust it. Ignoring your intuition can lead to heartache down the line. Next, we delved into the futile attempt to change your partner. Everyone is a unique masterpiece, complete with their own quirks and idiosyncrasies. Embrace them. Don't try to erase them. Acceptance is the key to lasting love. We also highlighted the importance of self-care. In the quest for love, don't lose yourself. You are the most important person in your life. Nurture your own spirit, and your relationships will flourish. Finally, we underscored the crucial role of communication. It's the lifeblood of any relationship. Speak your truth, listen to theirs, and you'll find understanding and connection. Take a moment to reflect on these mistakes. Are there any you recognize in your own behavior? It's never too late to correct course. In fact, acknowledging these mistakes is the first step towards healthier relationships. Remember, the first step to improving your relationships is recognizing and understanding your mistakes. Good luck on your dating journey.